So this week we have two unrelated but very sweet and cute things. We'll start with the Maggid of Zlotchov. The Torah portion of Vayitchanan, there's a verse that talks about the righteous decrees and ordinances, the Chukim Mishpatim Tzedikim. And you know, this pairing of Chukim Mishpatim, which we know are two different types of mitzvahs, which we'll elaborate on, but paired together with Tzedikim, it doesn't really make sense. So the Maggid of Zlotchov says, okay, this is actually, we got this from his son, Rabbi, who presumably gets this from his father. Well, this teaching is rooted in his father's thought that just like you have, right, what are chukim? Chukim are mitzvahs that we don't understand, like the red heifer, shatnez, kilayim, things that we can't really comprehend, and mishpatim are the ones that we do, that we anyway have as decrees, like, you know, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, things like that. And so why does the addition of the word tzadikim here? The Maggid is going anthropological on us, and he says this teaches you that there are also two types of tzadikim. There are tzadikim that are like mishpatim, there are tzadikim that are like chukim. What is a tzadik that is like a mishpat, right? Like the obvious mitzvahs. It's a tzadik that you look at him and you know he's a tzadik. You see inside his house, outside his house. Everyone knows, right, that he's a tzadik. But you have a tzaddik that's like a chok. This is a tzaddik that you know, we've heard he's a tzaddik, like the mitzvah we know we need to keep, but we don't see anything. We don't understand the connection between this person and the way they are as a tzaddik. So this is just, you know, his way of saying, look, the Torah also wants to teach us that now day and age there are different types of tzaddikim and to pay attention to this. Which, you know, I think, again, this goes back to this idea of trying to understand what Chassidut is, stripped of Chassidut, or sort of, you know, what is the essence of it within East Europe. Now let's move on to Rabbi Yaakov. So Rabbi Yaakov, this is something cute about Shema Yisrael. It's something very little. He quotes the Zohar. So Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad, who doesn't know hero Israel, he says if you take the Shema, right, and Echad, the Shema, the Ayin of Shema is big and the Echad is big, so the two of them together are Ayin Daled. Ayin Daled means witness, right? So someone that really tries to unify God's name when saying Shema, Ed, these two letters that come together, it means that God becomes your witness. And when God becomes your witness, when you really are unifying God, meaning that we see everything in this world as one, sourced in God, I think that's what unifying God's name means, then we get happiness. And how do we know that we get happiness? If you take the word Shema and take off the letter Ayin, and you take the word Echad and you take off the Daled, you're left with Simcha. And this is a cute little teaching, like I said, that Rabbi Yaakov brings from the Zohar. So this is something to think of, you know, perhaps meditate on when we next say Shema. Thoughts on the Torah portion of Vayitchanan. Shabbat Shalom.